Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera pada semua murid SMK Komen Bukit Nenas dan juga kepada semua murid daripada sekolah lain yang sempat mengikuti live channel Matematik Tambahan bersama Sizat pada hari ini. Okay guys, welcome to our class. So hari ini we are going to discuss a new chapter. Okay, it's a very important chapter and also very easy to understand. Okay, so when you if you look at the title here is chapter 9. Okay, so the title is Solution of Triangle ataupun bahasa Melayu we call penyelesaian masalah segitiga. The short form is SOT. Alright. So before we start the discussion of this chapter, okay, as usual for my students CDN, please update your kehadiran on my right side here on the live chat here, and also for those new student, okay, from the other school that follow my channel, okay, you guys, our reference is 100% based on the textbook. So you need to have your textbooks. If you don't have the textbooks, you also can download the textbook from the online. Okay, so dia ada dua bahasa. We got the bahasa Malaysia and also we got the English version. So I will using the English version. Okay, but don't worry, explanation sama saja even though the language are different. Okay, let's start our chapter 9. Okay guys, we share to you the notes for chapter 9. Okay, this is the notes for chapter 9. Okay, the title is here, the solution of triangle. Okay, the solution of triangle here. Right, so what we are going to learn in this topic? Okay, number one, we are going to learn sine rule. Okay, followed by cosine rule, area of triangle, and the application all of these three. Okay, the fourth title here is the application. That means the combination of the first title, second, and third, right? So for your information, since this chapter is a big chapter, so I divide this chapter into 3 classes, all right? So for today, our objective of today is we want to learn the sine rules, all right? So 100% about sine rules only for today. Okay, so let's start. Okay, what is sine rule? Okay, so guys, if you look at your textbook, sine rule 9.1 here, okay, so the making and verify the conjecture on the relationship between the ratio of the length side, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, actually to what we call it, to understand about the sine rule is very easy. Okay, let's say I have a triangle. It can be any triangle. It not necessarily must be a right angle triangle, but as long as it's a triangle, right? So this is an angle. This is rule of A, B, and C here. Okay, guys. That's number one. Number two, this is the angle of A. This is the angle of B, and this is the angle of C. And then all these sides have a length. Okay, let's say I labeling the length as I, J, K. I, J, and K. All right. So how to relate this makcik here? How to find the how to determine the sine rule from this triangle? Very straightforward. Okay, when we talk about sine rules, we are talking about this one, relationship. What does that mean? Okay, relationship means pairing. We must identify the pairing, or we need to identify the partner. Between what? Between the angle and the length. Okay, let me show you. So when we talk about sine rule, number one, find the pairing, find the relationship. So this is the angle of A, right? So the angle of A, which we can write down like sine A. And then the pairing of the sine A, angle A, is this one. Okay, when we talk about pairing, the angle and the length must be opposite each other. So itulah yang dimaksudkan dengan relationship. That is what I mean by relationship, a pairing. So this is the first pair. Okay, how about the second pair? Let's say I have the sine B here. I got the angle of B here. The angle of B, so I can write down sine angle of B. The pairing for angle B will be rule of K, right? Because they are opposite. And also the C, the angle of C here, okay, I can write down sine C. Okay, the pairing will be J. That's all. Okay, so that's how we write down the pair, ataupun we call, this is how we write down the relationship between the length and the angles inside a triangle. Okay, if we want to solve the problem by using the sine rules. Okay guys, This is the pairing. Now, look at here. Our instruction here. Okay, now copy blah blah blah. Okay, there. So that one don't bother. Okay, guys, look at here. We got a triangle here. Okay, this is a triangle ABC, and then all the length is given, and also the angle also is given. Now, write down your A over sine A, your B over sine B, and etc. etc. Okay, so this is your A, right? That means this angle should be the angle A. So that means it will be sine A. So how much? So the opposite of the angle sine A is 11.12. So here will be 11.12 over by sine 78.93. Okay, how about second B? So for B, 59.89. So, and the partner is 9.8 because they are opposite. So 9.8 over by sine berapa tu? Sine 59 sine 59.89 degree. Okay, and the third equation here is C. So the angle of C here will be the partnering is 7.46. So 7.46 over by sine 41.18. Okay, guys. After we list this makcik here, okay, calculate for me, find the value. Okay, how much this value? So from your calculator, so anda tekan saja 11.12 divided by sine berapa tu? Sine 78.93. So the answer that we are supposed to get is this one. Okay, this is the answer. So 11.33, 11.33. So we write down the answer 11.3308. Okay, that is the round off. Okay, how about the second? 9.8 divided by what? 9.8 divided by sine 59.89. Okay, 9.8 divided by sine 59.89. So we press the equal. Then how much the answer we are supposed to get? 11 point something also. So write down that answer. So the answer here is 11.32, round off for decimal place there, 3286. Okay, and the last one, how much the answer we should obtain? So 7.46 divided by sine 41.18, then we are supposed to get 11 also, 0.3300. Okay, guys. Now, after we already determine the value of this, and this, okay, this all three. So now, what we can say about this? Okay, we can see here, all the answers are identical, almost identical. 11.33, 11.33. If we run out the second answer, the third answer is 11.33. So from here, we produce the sine rule, which is here. Tengok sini. A over sine A actually equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. Okay, this is the first rules. Okay, the first rules of sine. Okay, or if you want to write the angle first followed by length di bawah, also can. So it will be shifted the position. So sine A over A equals to sine B over B equals to sine C over by C. This one also you can use. So either here or this is up to you. Now, when we can use the first one or when we can use the second one, it depends on the question. Okay, if the question asking you to find the length of the triangle, you need to use this one, the first one here. If the soalan asking you to find the angle, you need to use the second. Okay, why? Because easy for us to calculate. Okay, later I will show you some example. Okay, guys, that's all for sine rules. Okay, the introduction. First, let me repeat again. You must remember to determine the pairing. If your soalan got pairing like this, the angle of A with the length and the angle of B with another length, if you got that kind of relationship, that means to solve that problem, automatically you must apply sine rule. Okay, jangan guna makcik formula lain. Only sine rule to solve the problem. Okay, settle. Now look at the example here. So example one here. So write the sine rule that relate this one we need to find the relationship, right? So we already discussed before. Okay, let's say the soalan A here. Okay, so we got the F angle, the angle of E, the angle of donkey. So let's start with, let's say I write down this angle first. Okay, so I'm using the second formula. So sine DEF. Okay, we start with this sine capital D, angle of D, over by the opposite of angle D will be small d, the length of small d, equals to, how about E? Sine E over by, opposite with E is small e here. You see, very easy, right, to find the relationship. And equals to sine, of course, sine F over by small f. Okay, to solve the whole thing. Settle first part. Okay, the example. Now, how about B? B also the same thing, HJK. Okay, so the angle of H. Okay, now let's start. Let's say I'm using the first formula. So the first formula we must take the length first. So for the angle H here, opposite is the small h. So it will be H over sine capital H equals to HJ, J with the angle of J. So the small j over by sine capital J equals to K. So K smaller over by sine capital K. Then that is the answer for relationship for question B. Okay, very straightforward guys. So I hope you guys tak ada masalah. Okay, ada masalah ke? Kalau ada masalah as usual, please state your problem in the live chat on my right side. Okay, so let's continue our set practice 9.1. Okay guys, so for my students, CBN, all the exercise that we discuss here, you need to cut and paste into your books. Okay, since this is a chapter 9, you need to use the mx3. mx9, yeah, timetable 3, yeah, mx3. Okay, mx3. If you don't have mx3, so you please use mx1. Okay, so let's start our 9.1 here. Okay, 9.1, write the sine rule that relates the side and angle of the following triangle, similar like the example that we discussed this one. Okay, for 9.1, except practice 9.1a, okay, as usual, this is the angle R, angle Q, and angle P. So, guys, you can choose either the first formula or the second formula. Okay, it's up to you. Both of them are correct. So, I will use the first lah. Okay, I will use the first one, A on the top. Sorry, the length on the top, angle the bottom. So, PQR. So, we start with P. So the opposite of angle P is the small p here. So P on the top over by sine capital P equals to, and then PQ. Okay, the Q here, they are opposite each other. So small q over by sine capital Q equals to R. Small r over by sine capital R. Dan that is your answer for number 1A. Okay, for number 1B, you guys buat sendiri. Okay, sama saja kan soalan dia, tapi kurang. Okay, sama je, cuma they are using the different words, the different alphabet. Okay, now I want to discuss question C. Interesting here. Okay guys, for question C, we want to find the relationship between the side and angles. Now you see all the side, we got two value of side and two value of angle given there. So since this is a right angle, since this is a triangle, the total of angle is 180 degree. So you need to find this makcik. How much this makcik here? So 180 tolak dengan 120 and minus 40, then how much you are supposed to get? So this one you are supposed to get 180 tolak 120 minus 40, you are supposed to get 20. This one should be 20 degree. Okay, this is a 20 degree. That is number 1. Number 2, we want to find the relationship, right? So to find the relationship is, okay, we start with P, 20 degree. So P will relate with QR, right? So P over, sorry, sine P on the top. This one P, 20 already given. So let's say, let's use the first formula. I'm using the first formula, So the length, So you see here, the P is 20 degree, but the length opposite to 20 degree here, the length QR, right? But we don't have the value. So how to solve the problem? Just write down your QR. That's all. QR is the length. over by sine 20 equals to, okay, next 120 and 8, right? They are opposite each other. So 8 over by sine 120 and followed by 6 over by sine 40. Done. That's how we solve the problem for what we call that, question 1C. All right. So this is the three relationship. So all these three relationship we can conclude as sine rules. Okay. Let's move to the next example. Now, next example is here. We want to solve the problem by finding the value of x. Okay, we want to find x here. So look at A here. Our soalan A here, this is your x. Okay. X here are opposite with 48. So that are your pairing. That is your pair. So first thing is, if you want to find x, x is your length, right? So length on the top. That's why I told you there's a two formula, right, of sine. Choose one. So when we need to choose the first, when we need to choose the second. So for this soalan A, I choose the second formula, the length on the top, or followed by angle the bottom, because we want to find the length. So I put it on the top. So x over by sine 48 equals to, okay, now second relationship is this one, 14.3 over by sine 80. So if I want to find x, so I need to bring up the sine 48 to the right side. So it becomes times. So what happened? It becomes 14.3 times sine 48 over everything by sine 80. Dan berapakah jawapan dia? Okay, tekan kalkulator saja. 14.3 sin berapa tu? Sin 48 bahagi dengan divided by sin 80. So the answer that we are supposed to get is 10 point something here. Okay, 10.7909. Okay, so that is your answer. 10.7909. Okay, done. That is our answer. Okay, settle, right? Very easy. 2 markah. Okay, now how about B? To solve the question B now, I want to find the value of x here, but this x is not the length, but is an angle. So I will use the first formula, which is the sine x on the top. So this x are pairing with 7.05 equals to this makcik and this makcik also pairing, equals to the angle must be on the top. Don't forget, I'm using the first formula. So 6.2. So now how we simplify this? Okay, therefore sine x equals to this makcik, move it here, it becomes times. It becomes 7.05 times sine 55.5 over by 6.2. Therefore, straight away write down your therefore x equals to. This is the important part. Okay, some people what they did is they compute this makcik here and then they got the answer 0. something something, and then they run off first. After they run off, they shift the sign to the right side, it becomes C inverse that answer, then it got the new answer and also they run off again. Boleh ke? Jangan buat macam tu. Do not make like that. Do not compute like that. Okay? You want to solve the problem in chapter 9, okay, please make sure you only run off only one times, okay, at your final answer. That's why from the sine s equal to this makcik here, and then I jump to therefore s equal to what? Because, okay, how we solve the problem? We put everything 7.05 times sine 55.5, right? Okay, equals, and then after that, divided by 6.2. This is what we are supposed to get, 0. something something something. So some people, they run off from here. Okay, please do not run off. Straight away, press shift and sine inverse answer. Okay, do not run off that the previous answer. So straight away sine inverse, then you got the final answer. This one you need to run off. Okay, the final answer is 69.57. Okay, the answer is 69.57 degree. Okay, guys, this is angle. When we talk about angle, how many decimal places? 2 decimal places only. Do not run off more than 2 decimal places or less than 2 decimal places. Okay, if you run off more than 2 decimal places, it will be 69.5719, blah, blah, blah. It will be wrong. So please be careful. Angle is 2 decimal places. Okay, that is the example 2. Now let's look at the example 3. Okay, what is example 3 about? All right. So for example 3 here, okay. A diagram below show a position Christina house, okay, Christina, and the Ron house and the post office, okay. So the diagram is given is a triangle 98 R and Q. Okay, calculate the bearing. Guys, bearing here. How to write the bearing? Okay, flashback. You already learned the bearing in geography. Okay, so to read the bearing, okay, to calculate or to read the bearing, it must be start from the North Pole and follow the clockwise. Okay, this is how we write down the bearing. Okay, so let's say this. Okay, this is the point P here. Okay, this angle here is 50 degree. So the bearing of P will be 050 degree. This is how we write down the bearing. This is the refreshment for you. All right. And also you learn in mathematics this bearing. Okay, in mathematics form 4, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So calculate the bearing of post office from the Christina house. This is Christina house. You want to find the bearing. So the bearing of post office from Christina house should be in here, right? This is the angle here. Okay. So to find this angle, okay, you need to find the Q. Okay, you need to find Q first. Okay, guys, you see this triangle, you can see the pairing, right? 98 degree pairing with 12 kilometer. Dah senang dah. 9.4 pairing with angle of Q. So we can find Q. Therefore, soalan lagi sin Q over by the pairing is 9.4 equals to the next pairing is sin 98 over by its pairing is 12. So sin Q, I told you, you need to simplify this makcik first. Bring up your 9.4 to here, it becomes 9.4 sin 98 over by 12, and therefore your Q berapa? Okay, tekan je calculator. So 9.4 sin 98 equal divided by 12. Then this is the answer that we are supposed to obtain. Sin theta equals to 0.7 blah blah. But we are not talking about sin theta. We are talking about theta. So you need to press shift, sin, and answer. Do not run off your previous answer. Straight away press shift and sin inverse. Answer. That is your final answer. 50.87 round off 2 decimal places. So 50.87 degree. That is your angle of Q. We are not talking about angle of Q. We are talking about the bearing of post office from the Q. So this is the angle that we want to find here. Okay. So since this is a right angle, this is a right this is a 90 degree. Okay. So the balance should be 90 degree minus dengan Q. Your Q is 50.87. So the final answer would be the final answer that you should obtain is 39.13 degree. Okay, this is the angle. Okay, this is the angle for your post office from the Q, from the Christina house. All right. So to write down the bearing, it will be 039.13 degree. Settle. Okay, that is the first question. Okay, guys. Next question. What is the next question here? The next question here is B. Question B. The bearing of post office from the Ron house. Okay, guys. So Ron house. Okay, you need to find the R here. Okay. This is the triangle. Post office, Ron house, and Christina house. Okay. This angle is 98 already. This one we already obtained. How much tadi Q? 50.87. Now, how much the R here? So to find R here, just apply 180 minus 98 minus 50.87. Then we are supposed to get berapa ni? 180 98 minus 50.87. So this is the value that we are supposed to obtain, 31.13, 31.13. So the angle here is 31.13 degree. Okay, this is the angle. Okay, now we are not talking about the angle of R. We are talking about the bearing of post office from the R. So this is your North Pole, right? So to read the bearing, it must be start from here clockwise until it reach the angle. Okay, so the answer is not 31.13. The answer is 180 degree to 170 degree plus 31.13. So the bearing is 270 plus 31.13 degree. So you got the final answer. So 270 plus 31.13. So the answer will be this one, 301.13. Okay guys, hopefully you guys found, that's how we find the bearing. So 301.13 degree. Okay, that is question B. How about the question C? Okay, question C. Calculate the distance from Christina house to the post office. So we want to find the length of Christina house until the post office here. So how to find the problem? How to solve the problem? Now update your diagram. Actually, this is 9.4, right? This is a 12 kilometer. All the angle is already obtained. So you want to find this mx+c, this question mark here. So very easy. So I labeling as x here. So x on the top because the length. So the pairing of x is this angle. How much the angle? The R angle is a 31.13. Not 301. 301 is your bearing. So the R angle actually is a 31.13. So sine 31.13 equals, you need to find the other pairing. The next pairing will be, okay guys, we got 98 pairing with 12, we got 50.87 pairing with 9.4. So choose one. Okay, you can choose 98 and 12 or 50 and 9.4, doesn't matter. Choose only one. So let's say I'm choose the 98. So it equals to 12 the length over by sine 98. So x equals to what? This mx+c, move it here, it becomes times. So 12 sine 31.13 over by sine 98. Then straight away you got the final answer. So 12 sine berapa ni? 31.13 over by sine 98. Therefore, this is your answer. Now you start to run off. 6 point something. 6 point something. Okay, 6 point something. So the answer is here 6.2647. Okay, 47. So 4 decimal places. I run off to 4 decimal places. Okay. So guys, that's all for example 3. Okay. Now next, set practice 9.2. Okay, you need to do all this question. My student CBN. Okay, so number 1 and number 2. Okay, let's discuss number 1 first. Right, for number 1, number 1A. Okay, this is we want to find the value of m here. Okay, this is a sine rule. Why? Because 78 partnering with 6.7 and m partnering with 55. So automatically sine rules. Okay, for A, m is a length over by sine 55. Equals to, the second pairing is 6.7 over by sine 78. So your m sama dengan berapa? Makcik ini pindah sebelah, korang buat macam biasa lah. 6.7 sine 55. Okay, they are times and over by sine 78. Then you got the final answer. So 6.7 sine 55 over by sine 78. Okay, this is the answer here. Okay, 5.6 berapa tu? 5.61 something. 6109 blah blah. I round off to 4 decimal places. So 5.6109. Okay, please double check is that my calculation is correct or not. Please double check. Okay, with the textbook answer. Okay, so that is number 1A. Okay, B. Interesting, B. Okay, let's do B together. Okay, guys, we want to find M, right? This is our M here. Okay, so M pairing with 8, 40 degree pairing with 6.5. They are opposite each other, right? So since we want to find M, M is the angle, so it will be sine M over by 8 equals to sine 40 over by 6.5. Okay, what we need to do next? Move your 8 here. It becomes sine M equals to 8 sine berapa ni? 8 sine 40 over by 6.5. Therefore, your M sama dengan berapa? Ini tak ada masalah kot. Okay, so berapa anda akan dapat? So, 8 sine 40 equals divided by 6.5. Then this is the answer that we are supposed to get. Okay, we are supposed to get 0.7 something for sine M. We are talking about M, not sine M. So we need to shift inverse sine, answer equal. This is the final answer that we should obtain, 52 point something. Okay, so the answer here is 52.29 degree. Okay, for angle, I remind you only 2 decimal places. Okay, guys. Now, what you feel? Kurang, bestnya, senangnya, so easy, semudah ABC. This is my answer. No. I know most of you kata, wah, ini saja semudah ABC. No, but this is not the answer for question B. M is not equal to 52.29, even though your calculator show us 52.29. Now, check again your soalan. Your soalan M here is an obtuse angle. It's not acute angle. When we have an obtuse angle, that means the angle should be more than 90 degree but less than 180. 180 degree. Okay. So sekarang your M that we obtain here is actually for acute diagram, but our soalan is not acute diagram. Our soalan is an acute is an obtuse diagram, obtuse angle. So to find the actual M, therefore your M, this is I star, M star, because it's not the final answer. So your M is 180. You want to find the obtuse angle, you just put the 180 minus your M star. Okay, so 5, sorry. Okay, sekejap ya, pen. Okay, let me try again. Oh, cannot. Sekejap ya, sekejap. Ada sedikit technician error kat sini. My pen doesn't respond here, so let me. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait guys. Battery habis kot. Okay, now let's start again. So, all right, can. Okay, guys. So let's now our m. Okay, our m should be what? Our m should be 180 minus the m star here, which is 52.29 degree. Okay, so it will be equals to 180 minus 52.29. So the answer that we should obtain is this one. Okay, 127 point something something, right? So 127.71 degree. Settle for question B. Okay, sorry because my pen out of battery, so need to charge All right, that is our question for B. So I hope you guys can differentiate between the question A and question B. Question B is obvious, but the question A, but for let's say the question A, let's say I want to find this angle. So this is a acute angle, right? So because of the diagram. Now, how about C? So for question C here, okay, for question C, I want to find M, the length of M here. So the pairing of M is 43. Okay, so M over by sine 43. So it equals to 12.4 here is the length also pairing with the angle of sine 115. So your M will be, pindah saja, move this makcik to this side, it becomes 12.4 sine 43 over by sine 115. So your M equals to, calculate. So 12.4 sine 43 over by sine 115. Then for this will be your answer, 9 point something. Okay, 9.333 something So the answer here is 9.3310. 4 decimal places I round off. Okay, that is the question 9.2. Saya practice 9.2 now C. Okay guys, next, what's the next question? This one, question number 2. Okay, question number 2, you are given, what's the question given you? Okay, on the right side, there's a tower which is inclined, bengkok, inclined by 7 degree. Okay, from the vertical line at a distance of 100 meter from the side of the tower. So the angle of elevation is 30.5. Okay, estimate the height of XY of the tower. Okay, guys. Now, what I can understand from the question is, okay, now you see, we have a right angle triangle. Actually, this is a right angle triangle, and then suddenly the tower inclined by 7 degree. So first thing is you need to draw the right angle triangle. Okay, your question number 2. So this is 90 degree. Your X and Y here, this is inertial before it inclined. So, and this is your 30.5 degree. And then what happened? It inclined, right? It the tower is inclined by 7 degrees. So it become like this. This is 7 degree. Okay, this is 7 degree. So we draw again, dia akan jadi like this. This is your 30.5, and then the distance also given 100 meter from the side to the tower. That means the bawah, the bottom here is 100 meter. And then this angle here, okay, this is your Y, this is your X, right? Sudah inclined, bengkok. So guys, we know that before it inclined is the tower inclined, the tower is a 90 degree perpendicular. But when it inclined, it reduced by 7 degrees. So how much will be this angle? So since this is 90 degree, minus with 7, you are supposed to get 83 here. This will be 83 degree. Okay. Now this is a right angle. This is triangle, right? So how much for this one? Because this is triangle. So 180 minus 83 minus 30.5. So we are supposed to get berapa? Okay. So 180 tolak 83 minus 30.5. Okay, this is the answer that we should obtain 66 point something. 66.5 66.5 yeah. Okay, alright, 66.5 degree. This the angle. Okay, so guys, what we want to find here? All the angle we already obtained here inside this triangle. Okay, and also the length of 100 is given. We want to find the height of xy. That means we want to find this value, the length of this x until y here. How much the length? So let's say I labeling as question mark here. So to find the question mark is partnering with 30.5. So it will be length over by sine 30.5. It must be equals to, okay, you need to find the next pairing. Okay, the next pairing is, okay, we got 100, right? The 100 is pairing with this angle. This angle we already obtained, 66.5. So it equals to 100, the length, over by sine 66.5. So the question mark or the xy length is equals to 100 times sine 30.5 over by sine 66.5. That is your answer for xy, the length of xy. Okay, when we compute, so 100 sine 30.5 divided by sine 66.5. Okay guys, this is the answer that we are supposed to get. Okay, nampak 50 something. The length of xy is equals to 55.34409 blah 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 whatever. So this is the length. So I can run off until 4 decimal places. So the answer here xy it will be 55.3441. Right? So I run off 4 decimal places. That is the answer for question number 2. Okay, guys. Hopefully you guys understand. Okay. So next, move to the next topic. Okay, still in the tajuk of sine rule. Okay, now the next tajuk is very important. Okay, the next tajuk, determine the existence and solve the triangle involving ambiguous case. What is ambiguous case? Okay, guys. Before that, ambiguous case can be exist if, number 1, the given length of two sides A and C and a non-include angle A, which is acute. What's that? Tak tahu. The side which opposite of non-included angle A is shorter than the other side C but is longer than height. Apa benda ni? Okay, semudah ABC. Now let's say I have a triangle. Okay, this is my triangle. And then I got angle A. I got point A, B, C. Okay, now to determine whether the triangle got ambiguous case or not, ambiguous case maksudnya ialah we can construct two different triangle by using the same info, the same value of length, the same value of angle. We can construct two different triangle. Okay. I will show you. Now, let's say I have this kind of angle and also I have angle A, which is acute angle. Let's say acute less than 90, right? Let's say I put it here 35 degree. Okay. And then I have a length of A and C. This is my length A, right? Because opposite to capital A, angle of capital A. So the length of A and then the length of C should be here because opposite with C. So to determine whether the ambiguous case will be occurs or not, first it must have the angle of A, which is acute angle, and then the length of A here must be less than the value length of C. But A must be bigger than the height. What is your height? This is your height. Logic or not? Because this A, the length of A or BC here, the length of A actually is like a hypotenuse. This one is your height, 90 degree. So the height and the hypotenuse should be A must more than H, right? This is your H. So that's why for B, the length of A must be shorter than C. Okay. But A must be more than H. Okay, A must more than H. Okay, that's what I mean by the second words, the second keywords here. Okay. So this is how we prove the ambiguous case. All right, now let's look at the A, example 4. Determine whether the ambiguous case exists for the following triangle or not. Explain your answer. Now look at A here. Your soalan A here, okay, your soalan A, we got like this. Okay, sorry, my triangle tak cantik. Okay. So we got P, R, and Q here. This is 7, this is 4, and this is angle 30 degree. Okay guys, you want to find this triangle got ambiguous case or not? First, you need to check the angle given. Oh, angle given is acute angle already, number 1. Number 2, you need to check the opposite angle here is 4 cm, right? The length is 4 cm, must be lesser than the angle of the length of C, which must be the A must lesser than C. So you see your C is 7. So 4 is less than 7. So automatically this is your height, right? So we know that 4 and height, 4 is hypotenuse. Okay, so height is lesser than 4. So automatically we know that we got acute angle, we got this, we fulfill this relationship, 7 less than 4, 7 more than 4 and 4 more than H. Therefore, this soalan A have ambiguous case. Okay, guys, that is the answer for A. Now, if we have ambiguous case, I told you ambiguous maksudnya apa? The ambiguous meaning is we can draw, we can construct two different triangles by using the same info. Now, you see, this is our first triangle. We got 7, we got 4, we got 30. And what is the second diagram? Okay, the second diagram would be like this. Very interesting. You see? Actually, the diagram like this. Okay, the actual here like this, including the dotted line. But because of I want to show you the ambiguous case, okay, now the 30 degrees still remain. The 7 also remain. This another actually is 4, right? Initially it's 4 here, but I put it 4 here. Now the angle, now this is what we call the second diagram. This is the first diagram. Okay, this is what I call ambiguous case. Okay, so that means when we solve the problem that involve the ambiguous case, that means we need to have two different answer. Okay, on the certain angle or on the certain length. Length does no on the certain length or on the certain angle. So sometimes they're going to have two answer. Okay, for ambiguous. All right. So how about B? Question B here. Okay, you see we got angle of acute 40. We got 21. We also got RQ, which is normally logical thinking. RQ is lesser than 21, right? Okay. And also, this is your height, right? Lesser, right? That means the first rule, the first condition here already fulfilled, which is we got 21 more than H, more than RQ, and RQ is more than H. Okay, settled. Okay, how about the first condition here? Okay, the length, the angle of A must be acute. Yes, correct. And also the problem is the soalan give us they give us 80 degree. That means in this question we have two value of angle 40 and 80 degree. So cannot. When we talk about ambiguous case, it must have only one angle sahaja. The second angle you need to identify after that by using the formula. But this case, the first angle given, the second angle also given, so automatically the ambiguous doesn't have. Okay, this case that this soalan doesn't have ambiguous case. Okay, why? Because they got two angles. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, okay guys, that is your example 4. Now look at example 5. Okay, example 5 here, what we are going to learn. Okay, for example 5 here, okay, in a triangle ABC, okay, you need to draw your triangle. So BAC, okay, I draw first. So the angle BAC, so angle A, I put it here, so A, B, and C. The angle of A is 40 degree. The length of AB is 20 and the length of BC is 14. Calculate the possible values of angle C and angle B. Okay, guys, before we solve the problem, now we need to check whether this triangle have the ambiguous case or not. To check the ambiguous case, number one, you must have only one angles which is acute. Here, we got 40 degree. And then it must have the length opposite to that 40 degree, which is 14. This is your A. And then this A must be lesser than C. Angle C, this is your C, right? Yeah. So 14 is lesser than C, which is 20. So this one, we can make a conclusion. This triangle have ambiguous case. That means we are going to have two different answers here. Okay, how we solve the problem? Number one, by using the similar diagram first, the first triangle. Okay, the first triangle like this, the first triangle. Okay, the first triangle here. Okay, so we need to check the partner. Okay, so 40 degree partnering with 40 and angle C here partnering with 20. So we can find the angle of C first. So sine C over by 20, the length equals to sine 40 over by 14. So sine C equals to 20 sine 40 over by 14. Therefore, your C how much? Okay, calculate. Calculate. So 20 sine 40 equal divided by 14 equal, then you are supposed to get 0 point something. Okay, but we are not talking about sine C, we are talking about angle of C. So shift sine answer. Therefore, you are supposed to get this one, 66 point blah 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 whatever. Okay, so cut and paste, round off to decimal places. So your C should be 66.67 degree. Okay, this is the angle for C here. Now, after we got the angle of C, we can get the angle of B, right? So 180 minus 40 minus angle of C, 66.67. So how much we are supposed to get? So 180 tolak 40 tolak 66.67. This is what we are supposed to get. 73.325833 degree. This is the answer for angle B. Settle. Example 5. Calculate the possible value for angle C and angle B. Done, right? But don't forget, our soalan here got ambiguous case. Ambiguous case, that means we going to have the second diagram. The second diagram will be what? Okay, the second diagram, your BC will be put inside the triangle. You need to put like this. Okay, this is your actual triangle, right? ABC, A, B, and C. Now your BC, actually not this one, your BC will be like this. Where this line and this line, they are equivalents. Okay, that's why I told you ambiguous case means we are using the same value, the same length, the same angle to construct a new triangle. Okay, the second triangle. So this angle still remain 40. This one remain 20. This one remain 14. But since this is ambiguous case, so you need to consider the dotted line here. The dotted will be 14. So this angle C, actually how much you get? 66.67, right? 66.67. Okay, so this one also will be 66.67 because of isosceles triangle. Okay, segitiga sama kaki. So what happened to your angle C? Your angle C should be here. This is your new angle B. Okay, that's why we got possible values. So your value of B at initially is berapa? 73.33. Your initial of C, 66.67. Now your new C prime, how much? Your new angle of C prime. Okay, so C prime will be 180 tolak dengan minus with 66.67. So that's how you find the C prime here. This is your B prime. So berapa jawapan itu? So 180 minus 66.67. Then you are supposed to get 113.4 113 point something, 33. Okay, 113.33 degree. That's your C prime. Okay, how about your B prime? B prime here, okay, since this is a 113, this is a new triangle, right? A small triangle here. So 180 minus 40 minus makcik C prime ini. So you are supposed to get the B prime. So minus 40 minus C prime is berapa tadi? Ni 113.33. Then the final answer will be 180 tolak 40 minus answer. Your final answer will be 26.67 degree, right? 26.67 degree. Nampak ke? Right? So that is the answer for example 5. So we got two different answer for angle B. We got two different answer for angle C because of ambiguous case. Okay, jangan seronok dulu even though you already got the first answer, the first B answer and the first C answer, don't forget we still have another answer. Okay, because of ambiguous case. Alright. Now, side practice 9.3. Okay, so we got two questions here. Okay, I will do number 2 and number 1A. Number 1B, you guys do yourself. Okay, so as usual, even though I'm doing A and number 2, you need to copy everything. A, B, and number 1 and number 2, everything. So guys, let's start our number 1 here. Number 1A. For each of the following, determine whether the ambiguous case exists or not. Okay, semula ABC. We want to prove. Okay, so I will bring A. A, B, C. So angle is B. Alright. So A, B, and C. Angle at B. Angle at B 62.5. Already acute. Settle. First rule. BC is 14.5 and AC is 10. Okay. So determine whether this have an ambiguous case or not. Okay, for this one, actually, if we want to determine whether the ambiguous case have or not, the angle here acute, okay, and then we must have the value of A here. So the length of A here, and then we must have the length of C here, and then the A must be lesser than C. But the problem is the value given 14.5 is at BC. So how to find the relationship here? Maybe okay. Let us assume. I think this one actually 14.5 is here. Okay, is here, not 8BC. Maybe the typo, maybe typo saja di sini. So actually this is AB, not BC. This one should be AB. Okay, 14.5. This one, if this one, okay, if this one is a BA 14.5, okay, like this, and AC is 10, and the acute angle is given. Therefore, this one have ambiguous case. Why? Because the angle is acute already, and then A, which is 10, is lesser than 14.5, which is C, and 10 is more than height. This is your height. Height is your 90 degree, right? So 10 is hypotenuse. Automatically, we know that H is lesser than hypotenuse. Settle for number 1A. Okay? So that is number 1A. Okay, 1B, you guys do yourself. Okay. How about number 2? Okay, number 2. The diagram, okay, show in incomplete triangle. Incomplete triangle, PQR. So that means you need to draw. Okay, it become complete. Okay, so PQ 15.5, angle QPR 35. Okay, so from the diagram we can see this is an ambiguous case. Why? You see the PQ length and the QR length, they are different. QR is shorter than PQ. This is your A, right? I told you. So A is lesser than 15.5 and lesser than height. This is your height. So this diagram have ambiguous case. That means we are going to have more than one answer for each question. So that's why they have values, possible lengths, ada S kat ujung. Okay guys, so let's start our calculation here. So find the possible values of angle QRP. QRP. So this angle we want to find. Okay. So let's draw again. The diagram will be like this. Okay, Q, R, and P, 35, 15.5. Okay, now I want to find the angle of R, this theta. Okay, so guys, before we solve the problem, okay, 10.5. Okay, the next information given here, QR 10.5, QR 10.5. So you see, this is a pairing, right? Because 35 degree and 10.5 angle here is with 15.5. So we can find the angle of R. So sine R over by the length is 15.5 equals to the pairing is next sine 35 over by 10.5. Okay, this is the pairing. Okay, so sine R equals to 15.5 sine 35 over by 10.5 straight away. Therefore, R sama dengan berapa? Okay, so 15.5 sine 35 equal over by 10.5. This is the answer that we are supposed to get. Hopefully nampak Okay, we got 0 point something, right? Okay, 0.84 something. Okay guys, so we want to find the, what you call that? Oh sorry. Okay, we want to find the angle. So we need to shift shift inverse answer. Then this is the final answer that we are supposed to get. 57.8 something. 57.86 86. So that is the answer. 57.86 degree. Alright, so that is the answer for first R. Okay guys, now we are talking about possible values. So we are going to have the second value of R. So you need to draw a new diagram. So it will be like this. So this is the initial, right? And it will be another line inside, which is this length and this length are equal. This is your R capital, first R, this is your R prime here. Okay, this is your Q prime, and this is your P. So the angle is still the same. 35, 15.5, 10.5 here. This one also 10.5. This angle R we obtain here is 57.86. So this one also 57. So how to find this side? We want to find the angle here, right? R here. So therefore, R prime will be 180 minus your R. So 180 minus 57.86 degree. Then your answer will be 122 point something. Okay, 122 point something. So the answer here will be 122.14 degree. Okay, guys, that is your R. Okay, settled. Now, first question settled. We got two answers here, R prime and R. Okay, second, find the possible values of length for PR. Where's your PR? Here. This is your PR, the first PR here. To find the PR here, the length of PR, the partner is this angle, right? Q. So since you already obtained the value of R here, this is the value of R here. So therefore your Q angle, okay, the angle of Q should be 180 minus 35 minus R 57.86 equals to what? Okay. So how much you are supposed to get? 180 tolak 35 minus 57.86. So you are supposed to get 87, right? 87.14 degree for this one. Okay, for this diagram. Okay, for this diagram. Okay, so since the angle here is already 87 point something, 14 degree. So I want to find the PR. The partner of PR is 87, right? So therefore, we can use sine, right? PR over by sine 87.14 equals to, okay, we need to use another pairing. So we can pair the angle R with 15.5 or 35 degree with 10.5. So it's up to you. You can choose. I'm using the 35 and 10.5. So the length 35 degree is 10.5 over by sine 35. So therefore your PR will be, okay, PR adalah sama dengan 10.5 sine 87.14 over by sine 35. So how much the answer? Okay, so for this one, the answer should be 10.5 sine 87.14 over by sine 35. Okay guys, this is the answer. Okay, so berapa ni? 18.28 something. So this is the answer we are supposed to get, 18 point something, the first answer. So the first answer is 18.2834. Okay, I round off 4 decimal places. That is the first answer. Okay, how about the second answer? Okay, the second answer here, we need to use the second diagram. The second diagram is only available for this side only. Okay, so since this angle is 1 to 2, right? This double arrow here is 1 to 2 already. So you need to find the Q here. You want to find the PR, right? The length of PR. The PR is not the P until this R, but this one is the P until R prime, because this is a new triangle. So angle, the angle on the top here, how to find? So it will be 180 minus 35 minus the angle here, double arrow here is 1 to 2, right? 1 to 2.14. So you are supposed to get berapa? 180 minus 35 minus 1 to 2.14. Okay, this is value. Please double check betul ke salah. Okay, my calculation. Nampak Alright. Okay, so the answer is 22.86. 22.86 degree. So this is the value of Q prime. So guys, you want to find the PR, it partner with the Q prime. So therefore, the PR prime over by the angle of Q prime now is sine 22.86 equals to, okay, now we need to check the second partner. The second partner will be 35 with 10.5 or 1 to 2.14 with 15.5. Now you can choose which one you like. Okay, let's say I'm using this double arrow, the double arrow here, 1 to 2. So it's equals to the 15.5 is partnering with sine 1 to 2.14. Therefore, your PR prime is, okay, makcik ini pindah sebelah saja. So it become 15.5 sine 22.86 over by, okay, over by sine 1 to 2.14. So the final answer is 15.5 sine 22.86 divided by sine 1 to 2.14. Okay guys, this is the final answer. 7 point something, 7 point blah 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 blah. Okay, so let me write down the answer, 7.1112. So we got two different answers for length PR. So number one, we got 18 point something, and the second answer for PR is 7 point something. Why we got two different answers? Like what we find the previous question A, two different angle because of ambiguous case. That means we need to draw the new triangle. Okay, so that is your 9.3. Okay guys, next 9.4, the last part. Okay, the last exercise for today. So this is a kebat. Okay, normally soalan for this chapter is kebat. So please please do a lot of revision, okay, in this chapter. Okay, so guys, first question 9.4. You need to do both. So you guys CBN also you need to do both. Okay, Encik Samad once makes a plan. Okay, makes a plan for his vegetable farm as shown in the diagram. Okay, so Encik Samad want to install 2 water sprinklers. Okay, pancut air pancut ni in the middle of the farm. Okay, the water tap. Okay, ni dia punya tap ni, switch dia. swish pula apa, pembuka air itulah. Okay, the water tap which control the water sprinkler is installed at one corner of the farm here. Okay, the distance between the two sprinkler, the distance between two sprinkler here. Okay, let me draw. Okay, how much here? 6 meter. So, and the distance between the water tap and the nearest water sprinkler, that this is the nearest, right? So this is 5. Okay, and calculate the distance between the water tap and the furthest water sprinkler. Oh, see. So we want to find this makcik here. Okay, how to find this makcik? The question mark. Okay, now guys, the angle formed between the tap and the both water sprinkler, that means between the water tap and both sprinkler is 25. Okay, diagram ni tak cantik, and let me draw again. So for first question, actually, we got like this. Okay, this is a different, the distance between two water sprinklers, which is 6 meter. And then this is the distance between the nearest water sprinkler to the water tap, which is 5 meter, and the opposite angle between both sprinkler to the water tap is 25 degree. We want to find x here. Okay, the distance from water tap to the furthest water sprinkler. Berapa je punya panjang? Okay, guys. So here what we have. Okay, we got 5. We got 6, we got 25. How to find x? Now, guys, first, to solve this problem, you need to check whether the soalan have a pairing or not. If they have a pairing, that means automatically they will be sign rules. So 6 meter and 25, they are pairing each other. So we know that 6 and 25. Now, since we want to find x, but we don't have the partner of x, right? We don't have the partner of x. Okay, just leave it first. But we have 5 here. 5 with partner with this one. This angle here, theta. So find that theta first. Therefore, sine theta over by the partner is 5 actually equals to sine 25. The partner is 6. Okay, so sine theta equals to 5 sine 25 over by 6. Therefore, theta sama dengan berapa? Okay, tekan saja kalkulator. 5 sine 25 over by 6. Okay, and then this is the answer that we supposed to get. First, 0 point something, and then we need to shift sine answer. Alright, so the answer is 20 point something. Okay, that is your angle. Okay, so 2 decimal places. So the angle here will be 20.62 degree. Ini angle dia 20.62 degree. Okay, why we find this angle? Okay, after we find this angle, and we know this angle, we can find this angle, right? Now we can find the x. So therefore, the angle here, now this I labeling as big theta. Okay, the big theta here actually equals to what? 180 minus 25 minus 20.62. So the angle here will be, is obtuse, should be. So 180 minus 25 minus 20.62. Okay guys, this is the answer, 134 something. Okay, 134 something. So the answer here is 134.38 degree. Okay, so this answer here is not the final answer. We want to find x. So how to find x? Now you need to check the pairing again. So 134 is pairing with x, right? So x over by sine 134.38 equals to the next pairing. Okay, next pairing you can choose 25 with 6 or 20.62 with 5. So I choose the 25. 25 with 6. So 6 over by sine 25. So x equals to what? 6 sine 134.38 over by sine 25. So I supposed to get x how much here? 6 sine 134.38 over by sine 25. Yeah, this is our answer. 10 point something. Okay, nampak ya? So 10.147 147. So the answer 10.1470. Okay, around all 4 decimal places. Okay, settle for first question. Macam ni punya soalan, I think around maybe dalam 4 markah, maybe 4 marks. Okay, 4 ataupun 5, impossible lah. 5 actually because the soalan is easy, so I think maximum will be 4 lah. Okay, paper 2 ke. Alright, so that is number 1. Now look at number 2 here. So for question number 2, okay, a group of scouts organize an activity on the crossing river during blah blah blah. Okay, they type okay the rope at the P, okay 3P, 3Q and 3R. Okay, the diagram is like on the diagram. Okay, the redraw again. Okay, Q, R and P here. This is your X, this is your 80, this is your 100. Okay, next. The angle between the 3Q and the 3R. The distance between the 3Q and the 3R is 80 meter. Okay, and 50-degree angle are formed between the Q and R at the point P. So that means this one is 50. This one is 50 degree, this angle. Okay, because the angle 50 is in between the Q and R. From the words, between the Q and R. Find the value of X. The distance from P to Q. So this is the distance, X. Okay, this one, you need to find the partner of X here. The partner of X here is this one, right? This angle of R here. But we don't have. And then 50 got the partner 80 and 100 got the partner here. So similar like the first question, right? You need to find this angle first. Okay. So the sine Q over by 100, the partner, equals to, the next pairing will be 50 and 80. So sine 50 over by 80. So sine Q sama dengan 100 sine 50 over by 80. So anda akan dapat your Q how much? Okay, calculate. Please calculate. So double check my answer, correct or not? 100 sine 50 over by 80. So this is what we are supposed to get, 0 point something. Okay, so we need to shift inverse answer, then 73.24 the final answer. Okay, so the answer here is 73.25, 70.25 degree. Okay guys, now that is your Q. Okay, but ada but pula. When I look at the diagram, is that possible our Q 73.25? No, this one is not acute angle. This one is obtuse angle. It shaped like this. Okay, open, not like this, but this one opening. Okay, this big size opening. So that's why you need to find your actual Q. So your Q actually, okay, not this one. Baik, I check balik. Okay, so your Q actually is 180 minus your Q star. So that is your actual Q. So 180 minus answer saja 73.25. Then you are supposed to get 106.75 degree. So actually this one is 106.75 degree. Okay, since we already get the value of Q, now we can find the value of R here. So therefore R equals to 180 tolak 50 tolak 106.75. So how much you get for R here? So the R will be 180 minus 50 minus 106.75. So this is your answer, 23 point something, 23.25. Okay. 23.25 degree. Okay, that is your angle. We are talking about to find x here. So they are pairing with 23. Therefore, the length of x over by the sine partner is 23.25 equals to, okay, find the next pairing. So you can use the 80, 50 or 100 with the 106, 0.75. So I'm using the, let's say I'm using 80. So it's equals to 80 over by sine 50. So x equals to 80 sine 23.25 over by sine 50. So how much the answer here? So 80 sine 23.25 divided by sine 50. Okay guys, this is the final answer that we are supposed to get, 40 something. Okay, 40 berapa tu? Okay, please double check, is that correct? 41 point something. Okay, 41 point blah 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 blah. Okay, so 41 point, the answer I obtained here 41.2241 cm. Okay guys, that's all for question number 2. So I think that's enough, right? Okay, sudah habis. Okay, so that's all for our lesson of the day. So I hope you guys enjoy this chapter because very easy, only one formula, but you need to do more, what we call that, more technical. Okay, you need to, you must be able to solve the linear equation. Okay, linear, and this is all is a linear equation. So make sure you know how to pindah, to move the numbers, what happened, it become times or divide, something like that. Okay, and make sure you know the sign rules. The keyword is pairing. Okay, keyword is pairing. So pairing, relationship, pairing, and also partner. All right. So guys, that's all for today. So please do your own recap. Okay. So as usual, if you have a problem, please state your problem in the comment section below, under below this video. And also, if you have an idea or what else or whatever you want to say about this chapter, you also can voice out your opinion in the comment section. Okay, so that's all for today guys. So I will see you on the next class for the next tajuk. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye guys.